Wake up, Kirby. It's time for your final adventure.
He seems excited to have this final adventure.
So am I.
Yeah, I think we're all excited to see what the final furniture is that has no longer been made through the democracy.
This is a monarchy now, and this is the man at the top of the heap.
The plush Dedede, not the real one, because he's made of yarn now. You have to remember that. What else are we gonna?
Oh, we gotta put my favorite meal up on the table: pancakes with a fizzy pop.
Oh, that looks great. What nice reward for a job well done, I think.
I agree.
Oh, Kirby, I hope you enjoy these pancakes. I pray that they're actually pancakes and they're not just some sort of stuffed toy, which would be kind of a...
Speaking of food, it's time for Jordan's Cereal Adventures Part 2. I was at the local grocery shop today because I couldn't go to the one that's a little further out of town that I usually go to.
Okay.
And I was looking for, cereal, and I couldn't find anything that looked remotely appetizing to me. The closest they had is basically regular cereal flakes, but the whole thing, but they're all, covered in, a really thin layer of chocolate. Whereas usually what I get is cereal with chocolate flakes in it. But I've had cereal like this before, chocolate-covered cereal.
It's delicious.
So I decided to get this, but it had, it was clearly children's cereal, and it was a really big box, too. So I figured, okay, this is going to be a little more sugary than what I usually take, but that's fine, I'll deal with it for now. What I ended up getting was cereal that tastes like a cappuccino. Yeah, it tastes like coffee. It's really weird. It has this hint of... It's sweet, but it has a hint of bitterness to it.
So it's the perfect thing to wake you up in the morning.
Yeah, it really took me by surprise.
Who even needs hot drinks for Jordan's breakfast when you can just have it in cereal? I think that's peak modern society right there.
Yeah.
You don't have time to drink a hot drink. I mean, I know I have that problem sometimes. It's too hot, so...
Hot damn.
That's perfect. Oh, it's the classic. It's what's it called? The gourmet race.
Called gourmet race.
I bet you to it. I'm proud of that.
Whoa. Maybe you should drop all the Kirby facts from now on. Jeez.
Well, did you know that Kirby is actually originally white?
That's true.
I'm sure that is very true. So I am the best at this.
Good job. So way messed up. Right off the start, they make you defeat a bunch of Waddle Dees just to get this collectible.
Wow. Whatever. How? So, but they're in Castle Dedede, right? I mean, that's a bad thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose. But in between this video and the last video, I've been doing a lot of research.
Okay.
And in doing all that, I've come to the conclusion that actually these Waddle Dees made of yarn are kind souls trapped inside these yarn cages. And we can only save them and Dreamland by destroying all the cages.
You would make a great politician.
Yeah,
in wartime,
but not a good one. But not one for the right cause is what I meant to say.
Not one for the record books, you could say. No, but my explanation for this is the fact that the yarn Waddle Dees are controlled and made by Yin Yarn. But the real Waddle Dees are currently tied up.
I mean, that's not a theory. That
is...
all of that is pretty explicitly true.
We can have our own miniature Castle Dedede. That's probably a lot bigger on the inside, hopefully. Oh, I really like this. I really like this cover of the song. It's great.
Yeah. The only shame is that it wasn't really, rearranged or anything. Yeah. So it feels a little too short for a whole level.
Maybe so. And I'm kind of wondering, but how come there is no actual gourmet race? That kind of bothers me slightly.
There hasn't been a gourmet race since Kirby Superstar, man.
I know, but you can't... There's such an opportunity to make, a useless gourmet race because Kirby can't eat anything.
Oh, yeah. It just passes through him.
He just
takes it all anyway. It's impossible to win.
Yeah, so eventually Dedede's carrying a bigger and bigger pile of food. It could have been perfect, but... Good feel. I guess it had to be canon. Dedede's on our side now, so it has to be canon.
I'm glad. Because as you know, I love that Dedede, and I'm glad that he is a good guy now, so that there's no moral ramifications for my appreciation of the Big Penguin Man.
Big Penguin Man. I love how he's got pictures of himself like every couple of areas of the wall.
But it's weird though, because this is like Yin Yarn took over the castle and he didn't even bother taking out all these pictures, but he did turn them into yarn versions of the pictures.
I wonder if when you look at them, they're always looking at you. Every single one of them.
Oh man.
So you know that anywhere you go in Dedede's castle, Dedede is always watching.
That's scary.
You know he has the right idea, does Dedede, to keep his Waddle Dees in check.
Yeah. He actually has cameras hidden behind all of the portraits. Exactly.
Every single one. And when he's bored, when he's watching TV, he occasionally switches to the camera channel. Oh man. Wasn't there an episode of the Kirby show where Dedede's basically just watching TV and gets really fat off crisps or something?
Yeah, that does ring a bell.
Oh, the best situations happen in that Kirby anime.
It's really good.
Oh man. Oh, is that what? Oh.
Yeah.
No, I thought that was a chocolate King Dedede. I got excited by that. I got really excited by that. But I suppose the robe is just as good. So you can't eat the robe.
I really like that. That's like a coat hanger, but it's still shaped like King Dedede himself.
Yeah, you can see where the confusion came from.
Uh-huh.
Now I really want to make a chocolate King Dedede.
Oh man, I would love that.
I'm gonna go on like Pinterest or Etsy tonight, and I'm gonna find myself a chocolate cookie mold for King Dedede. Someone will have made one, I know it.
There's a hole in the market and my stomach that needs to be filled.
Yeah, and it can only be filled by the big Dedede man himself.
That's right.
Oh, I've not seen these guys in a while.
Yeah, this is like one of the 2 times that they appear in the game, and I really like the portrait of them because they just look so happy to be getting a picture taken of.
This one's got a little bow tie on as well. He's so proud, and Dedede's got like some sort of flowers around him.
Oh Wait, yeah.
Does the one on the left have eyelashes, or is that just me?
That's just you. The one on the right has angry eyebrows, though.
No, it is just me, because that is actually just bits of fluff on my laptop screen. Makes it look like he's got eyelashes.
Oh man.
I bet King Dedede would look amazing with some eyelashes.
I think he can make it work.
Yeah, I think so.
But he's so graceful, he can make anything work.
Graceful, kind, all these things Dedede is not. Right? I mean, I don't know.
It's all in the eye of the beholder, really.
That's true. That's true. Oh, Jesus.
I always thought it was weird that in some games they use the Gourmet Race song as the King Dedede theme. Mm-hmm. Which, I mean, in a way it makes sense, because it was, like, it played while you were racing him in Kirby Superstar.
Oh my god, I just realized there was totally a I'm not sure if there is actually an opportunity for this, but a race with Mara from the guests, but in this stage with the gourmet race could happen, right?
It probably will.
Yeah, I mean, it seems pretty likely, really. You can't just have the opportunity and waste it.
No, that would be a real shame. Now I'm pretty sure because most characters get most of the stages covered, so I think we're probably good on that.
Yeah, that's true. Also, I like how King Dedede keeps rooms of all of his enemies, all of his I guess these are kind of like King Dedede's friends in a way. Yeah.
This room is kind of a toughie because there's like 2 of the bomb enemies hidden in like little alcoves, and there's only a limited amount of bomb enemies free for you to use to try and hit them. And if you exit the room and come back, it's not like they respawn or anything.
Oh gosh. Yeah, that's not too fun.
Yeah.
This level's really long as well.
It is a pretty long level, and this is like sort of near the end, so if you mess it up, you have to do the whole thing over again.
Oh no, there's no checkpoints?
No, there's no checkpoints in this game at all.
Oh man, it's the king of the Waddle Dees!
He's so big and sleepy.
Okay, we can't. No!
I
know we just explained it, but he was that king.
No rest for the wicked, man. Literally.
You've changed. You've changed.
The world changed me.
I know, and it's a terrible, terrible thing. And I will never forgive you. Your reign will come to an end.
I like that Yin Yarn covered up that statue of King Dedede with a patch.
Yeah. You can't have that in his new castle.
But then, weirdly enough, there's a statue of him that he covered up as well.
Huh. He has some strange ways of dealing with rulership, I think. I think it's because he needs to have some time to get used to being a leader.
Maybe he just pays it all no mind.
Maybe he's not actually too good with, Oh, man, not enough
I was
power.
still sick while I recorded this, I'm sorry.
Your reaction times are not good enough.
No.
Not good enough for this Let's Play. Whatever happened to the get 100% perfect run Jordan I used to know?
I mean, none of that has to do with getting a 100% run. A perfect run, maybe.
It does to me.
Depending on your definition.
I'm really disappointed that wasn't a chocolate DDD.
I know.
Oh.
What a disaster.
Could have put that next to the DDD plush and the pancakes, and it would have been a veritable feast.
But you know what? There's no better time than now for making Chocolate King DDD, because now you can use the DDD amiibo as a mold.
Whoa, it's Yin-Yang, hey, that's... No, that was a bell. What are you doing?
He had to get rid of the bell.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I don't know why, but for some reason, like, ringing that bell makes him real angry, and now he starts doing all this, like, stuff, I don't know.
He doesn't like the... Oh, we got the boss himself, the big boss man. Am I ready for this?
You better be, because we're gonna go right in.
Ooh, going right into the yarn vortex. I'm excited.
I'm super excited.
We're gonna save the world.
We're gonna save a lot of worlds. We gotta save Dreamland and Patchland.
So let's see what gimmick Yin-Yang has. He's got some sort of Kamek thing going on here.
Well, to start things off, as any good video game should, we gotta do a bit of a boss rush.
Ah, yes, classic boss rush.
Mm-hmm.
And are these changed in any way?
Sort of. You can't apply certain strategies to them anymore. Like, for example, if you throw a fireball back at Fangora, it only phases him, but that's it.
Okay.
And also, all of them only have 1 hit point now.
Oh, that's... Wow. That's very delicate.
Mm-hmm.
Yin-Yang's rule is very, it's very delicate in this case.
Yeah. And I guess it's because he had to, like, craft that one in a hurry, so it wasn't as sturdy as the original Fangora.
I find Yin-Yang's design really weird. I can't really see where his eyes are or where his face really is.
Yeah, he is very complicated. I don't think he actually has visible eyes.
No, it's like...
Unless it's like the 2 purple things on top.
Yeah, that's what I originally thought.
Or maybe it is just the 1 button, I'm honestly not sure.
Yeah, Yin-Yang's design is really weird to me. It bothers me. It's in that uncanny valley. Yeah. Hey, it's our favorite dancing troupe who we just ruined again.
They made one final appearance.
Well, they have to. I mean, you gotta have an encore.
Yeah.
And wait, oh man, this means we get to see favorite magician Shadini. I forgot his name.
Yeah.
I think it was. Is it Shadini?
No, it was like. Wasn't it something with pumpkins? Wasn't that his name? I don't remember.
That's how much we remember this guy.
Yeah.
Oh. I don't know. That's really bothering me now. I'm gonna have to check later.
But actually, we don't, because after 2 bosses, Yin-Yang just gives up on the whole boss rush thing, and it just turns to a completely different fight.
Well, at least he knows when something's not working. You know, he knows when to call it quits, and he knows when to... You know, he knows when his cards are not going in his favor. Yeah. Yeah, that's the phrase.
One thing that's cool about this boss is that you look in the background, you can see Patchland all broken up again.
Yeah, and for some reason the halberd.
The halberd is also there. I don't know how that got here.
That Waddle Dee was useless.
No.
As soon as it landed, it just fell right through the floor. That's the sign of a good Waddle Dee.
It tried to crush Kirby, but it was unsuccessful.
Ooh, we did it?
That was the boss.
That was an interesting boss. But it was over way too fast for me. I don't know. It's just...
It was over so fast that we couldn't even get the... Oh.
I don't know. They make little squeaky sounds.
Uh-huh.
The most adorable final boss. Oh no. It's Waluigi Yin-Yang.
Well, at least now you can very clearly see where his eyes are.
Yeah, he's got some sort of weird Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle shredder thing going on there.
Mm-hmm. And Meta Knight brings us a power-up in reference to Kirby's Adventure, where he would drop Meta Matos for you. Or rather, invincibility power-ups.
I love Yin-Yang's hat in this design. It's so.
This is a really good look for Yin-Yang.
I know. I think this is the way forward.
Yeah.
Also, he's copying Wario shtick, where all these missiles have mustaches on them. What?
Oh, you're right.
What a jerk. So this boss is currently being a literally spam the attack button.
Yeah.
Gotta love bosses that do that.
I mean, you do still have to, like, pay attention to where the missiles are coming from, especially during this part.
Jesus, this is insane. What the heck is going on? The video, like, the way the video is looking right now, because there's a lot of stuff going on at the same time, it's like everything is going all fuzzy because of this.
Oh no.
You can't handle the sheer amount of action that's going on right here.
But we did it for real this time.
Oh god, oh, all the beads! We are so rich. Wow, that was intense.
So man, what does this mean? Does this mean that, like, these two knitting needles were the real bad guys the whole time?
I wouldn't be surprised.
There's a lot to unpack in the story of Kirby's Epic Yarn.
I guess that's why it's called Yin Yarn. It's yin and yarn.
Whoa.
That is the twist, I think. I'm sure. They're adorable, though.
Get these guys out of here.
They're adorable. They make little squeaky sounds. How can you hate those?
But they were evil squeaky sounds.
Yeah, but does that mean I can't? Does that mean my rubber ducky is necessarily, like, good? I mean, I'm pretty sure, like, anything that makes a squeaky sound is going to be all right.
With Yin Yarn's spell broken, Dreamland returned to its normal state of peace and quiet. Well, I guess this is goodbye, Fluff said. It made Kirby sad to see his new friend leave. Buck up, Kirby. As long as you have this magic sock, you can visit me anytime. Until then, Fluff said as he returned to Patchland. And that's the story of how Kirby and Prince Fluff defeated Yin Yarn the Sorcerer and restored peace to Dreamland.
So now we're going to go and have some lovely fun times in Patchland, just as we always dreamed.
I really like this credits theme, by the way.
It's so nice.
Yeah, that's the end. Well, all sort of the end of Kirby's Epic Yarn. Give me your opinion. Tell me about what you thought of this game.
So this game, so in a lot of ways it reminds me a lot of Wario Land Shaker, the game we last played. And yeah, I can see a lot of the influence there. I think in terms of how this game was played and, you know, the amount of things that they introduced, I would have probably had a lot of fun playing this game. It's something that doesn't really, like, grow stale over time as you're playing it. Mm-hmm. So I think I enjoyed it, and I enjoyed watching it. It was good fun. I'm glad
that you had fun doing this LP. For me, I mean, man, this game is, like, genuinely one of my favorite games of all time. It's definitely, like, my top 3 games of the last generation. It's just, every single level they introduce some new element, either, like, gameplay related or just visually. And it's just, it just never grows stale. It's fun the whole way through, and it's just so precious. And every part of the presentation is just so well thought out, and it just all comes together and it works.
I can appreciate any game, any single game, that when you play through it again and again, or in my case, watch the videos again, you can just keep noticing new things. You just keep noticing little details. Also, Martin Vaughn is great. It's great. It's a great voice. So I believe that was the narrator voice.
Probably. Yeah,
I think so. But it was, everything from the cutscenes, just the general style, I just enjoyed. It's just such a joy to look at, is this game. I love it.
I think, you know, when this game came out, it caught a little bit of flack for not being difficult enough, or having, like, very little difficult content in it. Mm-hmm. But I think that now that the realm of gaming has changed a bit, you know, we have a lot of indie games and even some mainstream games moving away from challenge-based gameplay entirely.
Yeah.
I think, like, the atmosphere of, like, video games in general is more accepting of a game like Kirby's Epic Yarn now than ever.
I think, thinking about it, I do actually agree with you a little bit on that. Sometimes it's a lot more fun just to explore how a game looks and how a game feels and plays and controls, rather than just for having plain challenge. But there are games that also accommodate for that amount of challenge, so this game fills a different kind of niche for a different kind of player, so I can understand why some people didn't like it as much.
Yeah, it's I mean, it's obviously it's okay to not like this sort of game, or to not like it because it's not difficult enough. But
Yeah.
I do think that despite its lack of challenge, which you could argue because it is an action platformer, that is a lacking element of it. I think despite not having any challenge, this game still holds up holds its own incredibly well.
Yeah. Oh, Nintendo. You've done it again. Or did it again at the time, I guess.
Always doing it. That
Yeah.
Nintendo.
The next day, Kirby fell asleep in some shade. He dozed happily with wonderful dreams and held the reminder of a dear friend, even though it smelled a bit.
Oh, look at that!
Oh,
Look at that!
all our friends and not so friends are congratulating us on playing their video game.
That's a lot of yarn. That must have taken like so long to set up. Could you imagine? Like you just move a bit of yarn a little bit wrong and it just ruins everything.
That was a whole expose, man.
That probably took a lot of effort. Reminds me
That
of
probably took a lot of people a lot of hours to set up.
Indeed. So what now?
Well, first of all, Domwell is gonna congratulate us on all these different collectibles that we've gotten all of.
Yeah.
And then we get booted back to the title screen.
Oh, hey.
Been a while since we've seen this. And after you beat the game, your save file gets a little crown on it.
Oh, I was looking at the car and thinking, that's... Wait, you're a car now?
Yeah,
Whoa.
from now on, Kirby's Epic Yarn is a racing game. It's all racing levels from here on out.
Oh man, 2D races. I'd like to see how that would work. So surely we have some post-game content in terms of levels, don't we?
Yes, much as in every world, we still have 2 special levels that we need to go through.
Ooh. And this one looks like it'll be a delicious melon-themed world. That sounds great.
It's really only melon-themed for the sake of the pun of the level name.
Meta melon.
Meta melon. That's not even really a pun, but they tried.
I wonder if it's pronounced differently in the American version as well, like the Metamato.
Maybe.
Maybe. I mean, I would play the Meta Malone.
But the gimmick of this level is that we're going to be using all kinds of different, metamorphosis powers, starting off with the Jeep.
Oh, that's a great start.
Yeah,
and you got this relaxing tropical themed music. Got that steel drum going on.
This was the theme of the world Ice Cream Island in Kirby's Adventure. It may have also been a song in the original Kirby's Dream Land, but I'm not sure about that.
Ice Cream Island. Oh,
Ice Cream Island.
That sounds delicious. That sounds like a great place to live. I like how you go literally straight into the next vehicle.
Actually, it's funny. If you don't hold forward, you don't land straight into that next tile.
Oh.
And then, yeah, you just have to do the walk of shame into it.
Oh, I also like how water cools the lava to the point where you can actually walk across it.
Yeah, it's strange because I don't think it did that in the previous levels where we played as the fire engine.
No, I don't think it did. I don't think we actually had a single level where this has been a thing.
Yeah, but those weren't above fire, were they? I think those were also just lava.
I don't remember going over any lava in the volcano level, funnily enough. At least I don't think I remember.
Yeah, maybe we were just using lukewarm water in those levels, and now we got the ice cold.
Yeah, we need the ice cold water for a bright summer's day like this. Has it been quite warm in the Netherlands for you?
It's really depended on the day.
Yeah.
We had a tiny heat wave earlier this week, and then yesterday was pretty hot as well, but then in the middle of the week it was actually not that bad.
Okay. For us it's this power up it's always
Good
always
riddance.
always a good one. Oh god, it just looks so painful to use.
Yeah.
No, but for us, it's been relatively alright. It was really warm yesterday, though, warmer than usual. But the hottest it's been was in early August, late July. It got to about 35 degrees, which was ridiculously hot over here. Like, ridiculously so.
God, yeah. For us, the hottest we got, it was like just under 40 degrees. And that lasted for like 2 or 3 days.
What's happening?
I had to hustle for time.
If that happened to a real train, I would be very worried.
Yeah, well, real trains don't have the traction that Kirby has, so they can pull that kind of thing off.
Oh, man. What were you saying before?
I was saying that we had like a heat wave that lasted for like 3 or 4 days, and it was agony.
Oh, man. Ooh, ice cream, but you could have some of that to help, surely.
That would help. I go jogging every day, and usually I do it in like the late afternoon.
Yeah.
And I couldn't do it on those days. It was just too hot, so I had to wait until the evening.
Yeah, I can understand that. It's not fun.
No.
I mean, think of it like English people like me complain about the weather like when it's raining, when it's snowing, when it's hot. So there is no like in between. Like even if it's mild, then people are still like, oh, I wish it was summer already. It's getting close to summer, isn't it? Oh, I wish it was summer. So, you know, we kind of live in that cursed area where we're never happy with the weather.
I mean, except for like those couple of days, it's also barely ever truly summer in Northern Europe.
The days when, as we call it, it's glorious.
Yeah.
Because it's such a brilliant thing. Oh, I love these rainbow bead bows.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Rain bead bows.
And you have to jump for that CD, and if you don't do it, you have to play the whole level over again.
Wouldn't that be a shame?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if I could handle going for all of that again with the train. It's asking a lot of us. Oh, not again.
I genuinely can't believe that one went past the 5-star mark.
I think at this point, the game is just trying to ruin you. Also, did we just get Meta Knight's sword?
Yeah, that was the patch that we got.
Oh, does that mean we finally get to use swords and play with swords?
No, because that would be dangerous, and I can't advocate that sort of thing.
Yeah, but what if it's a blunted sword and it's like... that would still be painful, actually.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, Meta Knight's sword is, like, really weird. It has all these little edges that probably just make it more difficult to cut things.
Yeah, I know. It just kind of gets in the way a little bit.
Yeah.
Ooh, the halberd.
Mm-hmm.
So it's so dark and
tiny.
Yeah, it's really small, actually. You could fit about 3 Kirbys in there. I like how I can hear Kirby dancing down there, but you can't see him.
Unfortunately, when I threw the patch in, I fell off of the little tower here. Oh, and that reminds me, actually, it's a good thing that I said that. The area map here in Dreamland is actually a reference to the first world map from Kirby's Dream Land 2, which had like those similar towers at the bottom.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Huh. Oh, it's a fight. No, it's not. I thought it would be a fight.
It's time for the final level, the halberd itself.
Oh, so we're gonna go to the halberd and we're gonna... No! Okay.
We talked about this earlier in the video, it's okay.
I know we talked about it, but it still shocks me every time. Those poor Waddle Dees have to fall about 10,000 feet. You know how long it takes to fall 10,000 feet?
No, look, as soon as their yarn forms reach closure, the true Waddle Dee soul wakes up.
Right.
Elsewhere.
What about these Bronto birds? Huh? What did they ever do to you?
I don't know, they're looking at me like they're real cross.
And what about Waddle Doo here? He's just there, just chilling, firing some beams.
Yeah, he got... I mean, like, this is a really fast level, so I can't take care of everyone.
Oh, we get a copy of the Galaxy Sword. Neat. We can keep it as a decorative reminder that we don't use swords.
Yeah. We can keep it as a reminder of all the damage that we caused on the halberd.
I like how his sword is just lying about, though, on his ship.
Well, it's a replica.
Yeah.
And it wasn't just lying around, it was locked inside of a cannon.
Well, that's a kind of a strange place to put a cannon, though, let's be honest.
Yeah.
I love how the cannonballs are buttons.
Mm-hmm.
That's great.
It is good. This is actually, like, that canon thing was also a boss in Meta Knight's Revenge from Kirby Superstar.
Did it fire buttons?
No, it just fired regular cannonballs and lasers.
So if this is the last real level of the game, surely this is going to be like the hardest level of the game as well, right?
I'd say so, yeah. It's really easy to get hit like multiple times in a row in this level, and then like lose track of all the beads and then not be able to recollect them.
I'm pretty sure we've seen those UFOs before. Do you know what their names are?
No, I don't know most of the Kirby enemy names, unfortunately.
That's fair enough, but they're the most adorable looking UFOs I've ever seen.
They're really cute, but they're a real bother in this level just because their lasers cover a pretty large portion of the screen relatively, and they're slow too.
And a sense of seeing in the dark. I wonder if the Meta Knight's helmet is kind of like a like how would I describe it? Like the ice cream from Adventure Time's crown, or the Lich King's thing from World of Warcraft, and that it corrupts Kirby and makes him into a Meta Knight Kirby, like Meta Knight.
I mean, that's not really corrupt.
No, I guess not. I don't really know much about Meta Knight. All I know is it's like a dark colored Kirby.
Yeah, he's just like the honorable knight character.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty much established that Kirby is some sort of alien world, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Well, it depends on like what piece of media you you consider to be canon or not.
Oh god, there's multiple origin stories to Kirby?
Yeah.
Oh man, that's gonna get confusing. I guess, I don't know which to choose though. I mean, I kind of like the idea that Kirby's some sort of star-traveling, cute alien thing.
I like it. I like the idea better that he is nice and at home on Popstar.
Yeah. Like what is the other origin story then?
Like in the anime, his story is that he is an alien from outer space.
Yeah, yeah.
And the games never really like make a fuss about it or anything, so it's just assumed that he comes from Popstar.
Okay. So he just comes from the world where he... Right.
Yeah.
I don't know which I'd prefer, actually. I mean, Kirby has always had some sort of star, like, space kind of origin thing going on.
Well, I mean, that's because he's from space, man, just like the rest of us. Alright, this is my redemption arc, let's go.
Come on.
Oh.
I swore that would have actually worked then. That should have given you the 5-star bonus.
I don't know what's true and what's fake anymore.
Well, don't worry, we can get you help. Jordan?
Yeah.
Jordan?
No, it's okay. It's not like I don't need that in my life, you know?
Yeah.
As long as I get the golden medal. Look, I got all the medals, that's really all you need.